Now we are going to discuss about another library, that is the Matplotlib library of data science. Matplotlib.pyplot is a plotting library used for 2D graphics in Python programming. It can be used in Python script, shell, web application servers, and other graphic user interface toolkits. You can generate several plots, histogram, bar graphs, error charts, scatter plots, pie charts with the help of Matplotlib library. So now let us do a very basic example of how can we execute a plot with the help of Matplotlib library. So I have imported and installed the Matplotlib. If you want to install, you can simply write the pip install command for that. So I'm going to import Matplot. So I'm going to import pyplot from Matplotlib library. So I will write from Matplotlib import pyplot as PLT. I'm naming it as PLT. You can name it with any other variable you want to. Next, what we want to do, we want to plot a canvas of ours. So we will write simply PLT dot plot, and then we have to give the coordinates of x and y axis for plotting. So firstly I'm giving for x axis 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm giving for the other axis 4, 5, 6. Next we have to execute plt dot show, and as I execute this particular command, you can see a plotting is done. You can change the coordinates also and then see that how plotting is differed. For example, here you change it like 4, 5 and you can give here 1. So here you can see this is how plotting is done. Now if I comment this particular line plt.show and execute this, then you can see the plotting is same, no changes are there, but it returns an extra line of Matplotlib lines 2D and at this particular things. So all this syntax, if you want to remove that, then you use simply plt.show for plotting, and that will remove that particular line. So this is a simple plot which we can do with the help of Matplotlib library. Next I'm going to plot another line or any other dimension, and there what I'm going to do, I'm going to use several other functions also for showing. And firstly what I have to do, I have imported Matplotlib as PLT. Now I'm going to import numpy. So for that I will write import numpy as np, and then what I will plot 4 marks. I will plot 4 things in the plot, and that I'm going to write. So we write that for plt dot plot, and here I am going to give the coordinates 1, 2, 3, 4, and next coordinates I'm giving as 1, 4, 9, 16. So these are the coordinates which I have given for plotting. And now I want to plot that. I want to plot that not as line, as red, a red particular, and then I want to draw it as O. So I will write here O, that means the red colored circle, and it will be label equals to line 1. This will be the label. We'll see that what is the use of label and how I'm going to use this particular label. Next, similarly, I'm going to plot for other 3 also. So here you can see that I've written the code for other 3 plots also, and that is having a marker O, and the marker size I have given, and also the color also I have mentioned. So this is all the points that will be plotted. Next we want to give the axis of plot. So for that we write plt dot axis, and in square brackets we give the axis. Now I'm going to use plt.legend. Now this legend actually shows you the key which is there in the graph. Here it will be printed, that which labels which we have given, it will print those labels here. For printing those we use the legend function. And next what we are going to write, simply plt.show. Now here you can see that this is how the plot is generated. This is actually with the help of legend, that this is for line 1, this is for line 2, and this is the line 3 which is there, and the plots have been marked with 0. Here we can see that line 3 we have given the colors of the plot, and the marker color we have G, that is the green color which is there. Now if I comment this particular legend, then you can see that this particular legend will be removed. Here now you see it gets removed. So legend actually shows the key, we can say, for any graph, that which line denotes exactly what this particular denotation is of which line. Next, you can use several other features also for denoting any particular line. For example, if we write here t equals to np dot arrange, and then I give here starting from 0, 5, and the jump will be of 0.2, and then I'm plotting is at plt dot plot t comma t, and that is going to be plotted as r dash dash. Next t, it is going to be plotted as t comma t square, and it is going to be plotted as bo, and then I'm writing here as t comma t4. Erase the power of that, and that is going to be plot with the color C, and I am using for plotting the symbol as cap. Okay, and next what we are going to do, we are going to write plt dot show, and when I execute this, here you can see that plotting is done with all the things which I have given. T into r dash dash, that is a red color dashed, you can see, and then you can see blue O dot, you can see several blue O's are there, and then you can see cap, that is of cyan, C, which I have written for the color, and that is also printed. So like this you can print several plots with the help of Matplotlib PyPlot library. Next we will see how can we actually import grid also in this. Now you can see all these graph have no grid in the background. Now if you want to import a grid, then what you have to do, from Matplotlib import style. Okay, and after that what you have to write is, you have to give the coordinates of x and y, and then you have to give the coordinates for x2 and y2 also. So give the coordinate value 5, 8, 10, and y equals to 12, 16, and 6. Next, you give the values for x2 and y2, that is for second plot which you are plotting. So x2 equals to 6, 9, 11, and y2 equals to 6, 15, and 7. So these are the plot coordinates which you have given. Now firstly we are using plt dot plot for plotting the x and y with the color G, that is green, and we were going to give the label as line 1 so that it can be displayed in the legend, and we will give the line width also. So here x comma y is going to be plotted, and we are giving this as green in color, and next the label will be line 1, and we're giving the line width also as 5. Next we are going to similarly do for x2 and y2 also. So write here plt dot plot x2 comma y2, and the color which we are going to give this, let's see, we're going the color give as red, and label, that is line 2, comma line width, that we are giving 5 on. Next, if you want to give the title to your plot, then you can simply use plt.title. And for example, right now we are giving the title as info. So this will be the title. Next, what we want to do, we are going to give the label to the x and y axis also. So how can we do that? For example, we write here plt dot y label and give the label as y axis. Similarly, plt dot x label will be x axis. So you can use x label and y label for naming the axis also. Plt dot legend, so that it can display the labels. And next we are going to do plt.grid to import with the style which we have used. Now we have to give a background, that is here you can see no grid is there of this particular graph. So for that what we use is grid. So we have to write here plt.grid, and that grid we have to declare here true, because by default it is false. So true here we write, and then we give the color of the grid. So let's see, the color of the grid which I am giving is cyan, so I will write here C. And lastly we write the plt.show. When you execute this particular cell, you can see here that a grid of cyan color is at the background. Legend is showing the line 1 and line 2 labels which you have given. Plotting is done according to the axis which you have mentioned of x and y, and then second line which is there is of x2 and y2. Similarly, you can see we have given the labels to the x-axis and y-axis also. So these are the several functions by which we can use to import Matplotlib, and then we can implement the graph and plotting in Python.